We met a bit ago for a Perfect Host with David Hyde Pierce
Okay. Where did we
at
meet? Where
Sundance.
we're at Sundance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, he came up. We hosted him at a Japanese restaurant, and we cooked sushi all together.
Oh, that's cool.
But what a great film that was! And What You Wish For is just it's just a lovely thriller.
Yeah. Are you part of the court? Are you part of the agency?
Uh,
Do you have
Well, Nick Stahl is no slouch, and we tend to think of Nick as kind of the kid from Terminator. But boy, what an actor he is!
He's an amazing actor. Yeah. He's really, really gifted. And I think he's one of those actors where it's like he does so much with in a very subtle way, and you see it on the day. But then it's actually in the edit room where it really comes alive. I remember there's a particular scene I was editing, and I realized that he was not doing anything, but I could see that he was all envy. He was just playing envy in his eyes for the whole scene. I was like, wow. I mean, I kind of could see it on the day a little bit, but when I was cutting it, I was like, he's really killing it with the envy here. But it wasn't, over the top. It was just, but it was there, and he's a really great actor.
The idea for this came from where?
Oh, well, it's like a lot of places. So it's probably, I mean, it's a mixture of sort of the idea of being in your 40s and the idea of sort of the reckoning of like, oh, this is who I am. Is there something else? Can I escape this? Plus a sort of my love of Patricia Highsmith.
Mm.
And also it was a response to the current economic world that we're in, where greed and profit is more important than anything else, and how it's destroying the planet.
Yeah, it seems to play out really, really well. With that, and the underlining thing is are we who we say we are?
Yeah, I mean, it's there's definitely elements of persona in there, and on one element, we can choose our personas. We can choose what we present and project to the world, and but I also like the idea that the notion. I mean, everybody's so envious, right? All the time. Social media. I wish I were them. Look, they look like they're having a great time. My life isn't as good, but we all know the truth is that it's all that's not really true, and so that's what this story hopefully is sort of illuminating a little bit.
What a great cast that you have. Locations are just amazing. Was it problematic shooting where you did?
It was different for sure. The first that we shot it's so in the film's like undisclosed in terms of where it is happening, because I like the idea of the ambiguity of that. I felt it was stronger, but we shot it in Colombia, and I mean, really lovely, love the Colombians, amazing country, but the crew is quite different to American crew. They're just a lot slower. So that was, I mean, honestly, that was the big challenge of trying to figure out how to, you know, navigate that.
Work at
But
their pace, yeah.
well, I had to pull them up to my pace. So that was, we got there, but it was a bit fraught. Yeah, but
um,
I mean, in terms of, I mean, the house was one of those. I mean, the house obviously is the main location, and I had seen a lot of places that weren't working at all, and I knew that if it didn't, if we didn't have that house, it wasn't the film wasn't gonna work, because, I mean, the house. I believe that as soon as we step into the house, as the film steps into the house, we have to feel like, oh my God, I want this. That's there has to
yeah.
be truly aspirational in a way that it is beyond like sort of, just a nice house. So that was tricky to find.
In our final moments that we have, what do you think audiences are going to take away from watching What You Wish For?
Well, I hope they are entertained. I hope I hope they're engaged. I hope they have a good time. I mean, it's a suspense film, and and I always want to make a movie. I always think like an audience member, like what kind of movie do I want to see? But I also hope that the movie has some ideas in it, and hopefully at the end of it, they may think about those ideas, So entertainment and some ideas, I suppose.
Perfect. It's such a pleasure to catch up with you, Nick. It's been too long. Let's not wait another 13 years.
Sure. Thanks, Tony. Thank you very
You
much.
take care.
Okay, see
Bye
you later.
bye.
Bye.